Hello guys and welcome back. Today I initially wanted to review the new Rare Beauty blushes. I picked up 4 different colors, but then I got in the mail, I'll show you, this massive box from Fenty, and we have the new highlighters. So I thought, why not include those in here? We're gonna be glowing today. And then I remembered that I also picked up the new WESTMAN Atelier lipsticks. I picked up 4 colors, so I'm gonna give you my thoughts on them. I've been wearing them, so I really have my thoughts gathered. And then after my whole makeup was done for today, I realized that I had also the new Saie concealer. Now I can't review these in this video just because I already did my makeup and I kind of need to get going with this video, but I'll give you just my thoughts on the concealer. I've already done a reel with this. Hopefully it will be live by now, but I'll just kind of give you quick thoughts on that. The main reason for the video definitely started with the Rare Beauty blushes, and I don't know, I'm just adding products as I go, but I hope you guys will enjoy it. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tanya. I'd love for you to subscribe down below, and you can follow me on Instagram. And let's get started. I picked up 4 of the 6 shades from the Rare Beauty blushes. These are called the Soft Pinch Luminous Powder Blush, and it's supposed to be a mix between their liquid blush that's very popular and their highlighter, the powder highlighter that kind of comes in this packaging. And it seems like a lot of people are hyped up about this product. I was excited, but I wasn't over the moon. But it seems like there was a lot of people interested in that I picked up 4 shades. I will insert here a swatch that I did in store of all the 6 shades. I skipped over Happy, I think that's the name of it, like the really cool tone pink and the really peachy shade. I can't remember the name exactly, but the peachy shade, I did try it on my cheek and it looked a little bit muddy on my skin tone. I used my finger, so it could have been that. And then I have so many cool tone blushes lately that I just really was curious about these right here. The blushes come in this packaging that is a very similar to the highlighter. This is the highlighter right here. This has more of a like soft matte finish and rather than a glossy one. And it's this baby pink color. It kind of looks white on camera, but it does have a pink shift to it. And the feel of the blushes is very similar to the highlighter. So it's definitely, I can see the mixture of the color, yet the formula of the highlighter. I did wear this shade yesterday, which is Hope, and I'm kind of glad I did because I was just so scared of this accentuating all my pores because it's so luminous. And I've seen some videos or some reels online that showed a lot of pores, so I was a little bit scared, but I'll show you how it looks in just a little bit. Let me just grab all the colors out. Here are the shades that I picked up. I have to say that the deepest one right here, Truth, is the color that I'm probably most excited about. But here we have, starting from my right, we have Cheer, Hope, Joy, and Truth. Here are the 4 shades: Cheer, Hope, Joy, and Truth. I think Cheer is supposed to be Selena's just warmer pink favorite color. The one thing that I've noticed with the finish of these blushes is that it's similar to the highlighter, where in person right here in these lights, I never noticed any glitter. But once I put my hand in natural light or my cheek in natural light, I did see some like soft sparkles all throughout the highlighter and here. So I just wanted to mention that because I don't think it's noticeable in most lights, but in direct sunlight, you will see a little bit of that sparkle throughout. It's very soft, and honestly, it's beautiful, but I know a lot of people just don't like any sparkles, and that is similar in the blushes. It's pretty much, I would say, the exact formula. But look at that glow. These are very glowy. In fact, I think these are more like a blush topper because it gives so much glow. But personally, I would wear them on its own, no problem. Let's start with the color Cheer, and I'm going to show you just how much pigment picks up. So I'm going to take a little bit off and then apply this. I have not tried this shade yet on. See, it's pretty much like a highlighter topper thing, but it does have a beautiful color to it. So ooh, that is so intense, guys. Okay, this shade is absolutely stunning. I almost skipped over this one just because I thought it was just too light, but it definitely gives me that warm pink. But the highlighter definitely has a shift to it, almost lavendery. So it's a very unique, very different than what I usually wear, but I'm not mad about it. Now, pores. If the blush is starting to come right here, where it's really close to the biggest pores, it will emphasize that. Absolutely will. However, all this area, I don't see an issue with that. Like, I feel like it gives the illusion of a blurriness just because it's so luminous. But once I get into the really deep pores that I have around this area, I can kind of see that settling there or emphasizing that. But overall, I am shocked at how smooth it looks on the cheek, knowing how glowy this product is. So I'm going to try to build this up a little bit more. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can definitely get a lot of color out of this one. Wow. I was not expecting to get that much pigment from, again, this is Cheer, the lightest one. But that glow. Okay, you guys have to love a glowy cheek. Otherwise, you're going to hate this product. This is the color Cheer, and it is a warm pink that has a shift to it, and I see in this light a little bit shift towards lavender. Let's move on to Hope, which is supposed to be more of a mauve shade. To be honest, I thought the first three shades, Cheer, Hope, and I think Happy, they looked very similar, but swatching them, okay, I saw the difference. However, I don't know. Let's see how they look side by side. To me, they just looked so similar. Okay, so this is, again, Hope. And initially, it is definitely deeper, a little bit more pigmented. It still has almost that pink shift to it. This shade is supposed to be a mauve shade. I'm going to look that up, actually, just so I won't mess up. Yes, Hope is a nude mauve. I would say out of both of these, this has more of a shift to it, almost iridescent looking. I see a lot of pink. Definitely a little bit of lavender in there, not as much as in the color Cheer. Here is Hope, and it is described as a nude mauve. On me, it's definitely pulling more warmer than mauve, but it has a beautiful pink shift to it. The color Hope is the one that I wore yesterday, and I wanted to wear this throughout the day to see how it lasted and how it looked on pores in natural light. And again, I was very surprised how smooth it looked like on this upper area right here. Again, once we get in here, I felt like I wanted to powder the pore area over the blush just so it will tame down a little bit the glow in this area right here. But on the actual cheek, I think it's beautiful. Again, the issue I have with these two colors that on me, they look not exactly the same, but similar enough where I didn't feel the need to have both. Cheer is definitely lighter. It's almost like a highlighter for me rather than a blush, but Hope is a blush with a highlighting twist in it. It's beautiful. They're both beautiful. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. I am trying not to completely ruin my entire makeup. So I've been wiping at this, but what I'm gonna do, I have the Saie concealer right here. I have the shade 6 and 9, and I'm gonna put 9 over this area just to kind of cancel the blush. And this is a beautiful concealer. I had kind of zero interest in it until I went to Sephora and swatched it and started playing with it, and then I liked it so much that I picked up the wrong shade and had to drive another 30 minutes to go pick up the right shade. So now I have 2 shades. I picked up initially the shade 9 and I wanted the shade 6. But on the packaging, 6 and 9 look exactly the same. So I am actually very glad I have them both, because 9 is great for all over the skin. 6 is to brighten up my under eye. But this is a beautiful, very light concealer, like light feeling, blends in really nicely, almost serum-like. I don't even know if this is supposed to be a serum, but it feels like a serum concealer. Very moisturizing. It's supposed to have a lot of reflection and light to it, and it does, but it's not too much. I almost feel like sometimes I can wear it without setting my makeup because it sets itself. But yeah, it looks beautiful on the skin. I really like it. Very skin-like, like moisturizing rather than extremely dewy. So I'm loving that concealer so much. Okay, moving on to the other two blushes. Wait, let's powder a little bit. I'm taking my Kosas powder that it's literally taped. And I'm just gonna powder this because these are so glowy, and we have the Fenty new highlighters to test out. So I want as much matte base as I can have. And for some reason, it's really hot in this room. I feel warm. Okay, let's move on to the blush, the color Joy. I'm actually very excited about this color because I like the original color in Joy. It's supposed to be more of a peachy color. Okay, that is very intense. Again, these are very pigmented, more pigmented than I thought they would be. Okay, I love this. This is a beautiful color. Definitely added a little bit much just because I didn't realize how pigmented this is. Okay. That is a beautiful, beautiful shade. The shift in this is definitely more golden, but I love the peachiness of it. Oh, that looks so beautiful. I like this one a lot. I tend to like peachy tones. And, you know, I feel like the glow of this one, even though the other ones were very glowy, because they were lighter, more pinky, it was almost more expected to have that glow. But with this one, with the glow being more goldeny, it's a little bit more unique and less expected. I really like it. Again, like the other ones, the second it's starting to get into this pore area right here, the pores are emphasized, which I'm not loving that, but I was expecting from something like this. So if you struggle with a lot of enlarged pores, I don't think this is going to be for you. Just overall, it's just too highlighty. It's not something that will blur your skin or anything. What blurs, or it gives the illusion of blurring, is that smooth highlighter that it goes from one side to the other, like all over your cheek. So that almost gives the illusion of glass skin, but if you look up close, you'll definitely see your pores enlarged. But ooh, I'm liking this. It reminds me a little bit of the blushes from Bare Minerals, the ones that are mixed bronzers. Is that how they're called? I really like that formula. So if you like that formula, I feel like you would like this one as well. Okay, let's do Truth, which I'm probably the most excited about. It seems like such an interesting shade. I'm taking a Wayne Goss number 14, and I'm gonna take some off. This is definitely a very fluffy brush, so hopefully it'll go slow. I'm gonna start here. These tones can look beautiful, or they can make me look like I'm bruised, like somebody just punched me in the face. So let's see where this lands. I kind of think that this is in between, kind of pretty, kind of bruised, which is kind of sad because I was really excited about this color. I feel like on the eyes it would look beautiful. Let's do that. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and just put it here. Oh yeah. Yes, I love this kind of color on the eyes, but on the cheek, I think the highlighter is giving it away, where it kind of looks almost bruised. I like these tones on my cheeks, but they have to be that soft matte formula. that smooths my cheeks, and I don't think that this is as flattering on me. However, if you have deeper skin tone, oh, I think this color will look absolutely beautiful. It looks great on the eyes. That's really pretty. That is a beautiful shade for the eyelids. On the cheeks, I think I am too light for that shade. A quick plug-in about this color, Truth. Now, I finished the video and I was just kind of playing with this color, and I've noticed how beautiful it looks like if I put just a little bit of it. Just a little bit almost over the blush that I have. So almost like a blush topper. I like it that way. So I think just putting too much, it made it look muddy, but if you added just almost like a hint of this, I think it looks beautiful. So thought I would mention that real quick, that I found a way to use it as a blush that I actually don't think it's muddy. I think it's very beautiful. Mostly in person, it looks beautiful. Okay, back to the video. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna clean my cheeks and put just one color, maybe the color Hope all over, and then we'll play a little bit with the highlighters. The makeup is touched up and I decided to use Hope all over the cheek. I love the formula. I love the idea of it. I love that they have a shift and they're a little bit different, but this is definitely not for everybody. If you have a lot of pores, this is not for you. It will absolutely emphasize it. But if you like that really glowy cheek, 2-in-1 product, this is beautiful. I'm excited. I don't have a lot of products that are like this in my collection. So I think they're beautiful. The formula is beautiful. The colors, I think that's the one thing I feel like the colors, even that color Happy, I remember swatching it on my cheek in store and they looked so similar with Hope and Cheer. So I don't know, I guess the colors are a little similar for me, the first 3 ones, but I still enjoy it. Let's move on to the Fenty highlighters. So they sent me, oh, I don't even know what they sent me. I think they sent me 4 shades, 4 of the new shades, and then the Kilowatt highlighter, and then the Bomb. I'm just gonna pick the new ones from here. These are called the Demi'Glow Light-Diffusing Highlighter, and these are $40. Wow, I really was expecting this to be like $28, $30. These are $40 each. These better be good. The packaging is beautiful and it feels a little bit weighted. It has this almost iridescent kind of look to the top. The camera won't pick it up. And that is the soft highlighter. That is in Prosecco. We have Too Much. That's kind of cute. The color, ooh, I like that color. I think that's gonna be beautiful. And Pretty Pearls. These are the shades right here. I really like the packaging and it seems like they give you a ton of product in there because it's like raised. And the colors don't seem very light. So let's swatch them. Wow, these are so soft, much softer and smoother than the other highlighters from them, and very pigmented. Don't mind that, but wow. Okay, that is a very smooth formula. I don't see any glitter. I'm just kind of fading this out. Yeah, they are very smooth. I see no glitter whatsoever, but very blinding. Let's try O2 Prosecco. I feel like that would be my favorite shade. And I'm gonna take some off and put this on. Wow, these are so intense. Okay, I know it says Demi'Glow, but dang. Ain't nothing demi about this. Wow. That is full-on blinding highlighter. I do think if you go softer, like I'm going here right now with the leftover, it has a beautiful glow to it, softer. But these are, they can be very, very intense. Dare I say they remind me a little bit of the Rare Beauty highlighter. I guess I put way too much here. Probably should have had a softer hand, but I will say it's very soft, the formula. I don't see any glitter on my cheek. And for what it is, which is a intense highlighter, it's much smoother than I expected this to be. I told you guys we were gonna glow today. I kind of want to take the shade too much. That's kind of cute. And kind of put this one over, but why not actually? Let's just put it. And I'm gonna literally go like this. I mean, we are all highlighted today. I'm just gonna put it here as well. Oh, such a mishmash on my cheeks. I feel like you can't tell anything. I definitely should have separated these reviews, and I will give you updates. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. Of course, I forgot to use the brush that they sent me. I actually opened this earlier, and I loved just overall the brush. I thought that it was a really interesting shape. It's almost like stippling brush for highlighter, which probably would have applied a little bit less highlighter than I just did. Wow, I don't think I've been this glowy ever. I am just radiating glow. Okay, thoughts real quick on the Fenty. I really like the formula. I like how smooth they are. They're very pigmented. And so I definitely made a mistake to apply a little bit too much. So be careful with that. But I do think that they are very smooth powders. Like, that looks beautiful, and obviously there's a combination between the Rare Beauty Glow, but I really like the formula of this. Definitely very bright. Again, beware, but if you like intense highlighter, that is definitely it. It's interesting that it says Demi'Glow, because on me, this is full on intense. It says here it's a skin tone based highlighter with a silky soft feel that's infused with super fine pearls designed to flatter every tone for a low-key glow. Okay, maybe for my skin tone, a deeper shade would have been better. Maybe shade 5 that resembles a little bit more my skin tone, because the shades were just very light for me. Too much. I think that that's going to be my favorite right there. I think that that's going to be something that I'll reach for over and over again. But I like the formula a lot. Okay, now that we're glowing, let's do some lips. So WESTMAN Atelier came out with the new lipsticks. These are matte lipsticks. I picked up initially 2 shades, then picked up another, and then another. So I have here the lightest shade Lacquer, then Je Rêve Piquet, I think, and then Le Rouge. First of all, let's talk about the packaging. The packaging is beautiful from WESTMAN Atelier. It even has a tiny mirror here, and that is the bullet. Of course, it's dirty because I have used it over lip liner, but it has the beautiful hearts imprinted on the bullet, which is stunning. These are the 4 shades that I picked up. Oh, look at this one. The Le Rouge is so intense. I mean, just look at the bullet. I'm actually gonna, should I put this one first? Because obviously it doesn't go great with the eyes. Let's just put this one on first. So the trick with this is you do want to moisturize your lips before, and even in the instructions, it says moisturize your lips first. That way, over time, this won't dry your lips out. The formula is extremely, extremely thin. I'm just gonna show you real quick. That is one swipe. And full pigmentation, extremely thin. Like, it feels like I have nothing on right now. And obviously the color is absolutely incredible. I'm not even gonna bother to clean up the edges because I'm not gonna keep this color, but if you take away my eye look at this color. Wow, it's almost neon-y red. It's so beautiful. I tried all the other reds in store, but this is the one that kind of stole my heart. You can sheer it out a little bit as well. So it's almost like a stain, but very pigmented stain. And I just can't get over the formula. It's a very thin, and it says it's fully matte, but I think it's a demi. Like, it's not very matte on the lips. And the pigment and the color shades are out of this world, in my opinion. But this is the color Le Rouge, and it is absolutely beautiful. Let's move on to Piquet. I think that's how you say it. This is the first one that I picked up because I thought the color was absolutely stunning, and it really is. So what I like so much about the formula is that you can sheer it out or you can build it up really intensely. I like this color more sheared out, but I'll show you super intense as well. It almost feels like a lip balm on my lips. I do like to wear this with a lip liner because I like to sheer it out quite a lot and let the lip liner kind of define my lips. But this is with no lip liner and it's not quite full pigment, but it is an everyday beautiful shade. I'm gonna build it up a little bit more. This is the color Built Up. I never really wear it quite like this. I like it when it's a little bit faded, but I thought I would show you because if you have deeper skin tone, you can definitely build up the color. I definitely like it just a little bit more faded. Beautiful shade. It's, I think, the first one I picked up. I'm gonna try to cancel my lips a little bit. So next one is Je Rêve. And I think this is probably the most popular one. This is another one that I like to fade it out, put a little bit, and then give it that almost blurred effect on the lips. It's a little bit more pinky, but it's not too bright. There's another shade called Minx, I think, that is like a bright peony shade. That was a little bit too pink for me, but Je Rêve is really everyday wearable. I really, really like it. So this is Je Rêve that is just faded out, like with my finger, but I will build it up for you real quick. Here is with Full On Pigment. I really think that this is gonna be a go-to for a lot of people just because it's that beautiful rosy color that can be sheared out or built up. It's really beautiful. I like to wear this one also with more of a brownie or more neutral undertone lip liner. I'm just a lip liner fanatic, so I feel like lip liners make the biggest difference, and I wear everything with a lip liner, but this is it without it. Now for the next one, I am lining my lips. This is the Lisa Eldridge 1N, and I have a video coming up on all that review. I've just fallen behind this past week on so many videos, so that's just gonna have to be after my Sephora recommendations, I think. But this is the shade 01N. It is so hot in here. I feel like I'm melting. Okay, the lightest shade, and this one I like to put it in the center of the lip. It's a beautiful peachy nude, my favorite out of all of them. And then I just fade it in. If I put full pigment of this, it's just too opaque for how light it is. But blending it in, look at that. Look how beautiful this is. Again, every single one of these lipsticks would look so much better with a lip liner because it contours the lips, it defines them. And just overall, lip liner to me is a must in any lip look. But this one, you need a lip liner unless you're extremely fair. Then you could probably pull this off without a lip liner. But this is my favorite shade. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I just need to put a little bit of Je Rêve over this because that color does not match my eyes. So about the formula of the WESTMAN Atelier. Now, I've heard people complaining that these can be matte. And when you apply them, it is so thin. It almost feels like a lip balm, a very thin lip balm. But I've noticed that throughout the day, they do tend to almost dry down. And I've noticed that I wouldn't call these drying. Personally, I haven't had issues with my lips feeling dry, but I could tell that they're setting down and drying down almost. They weren't wet at all. They weren't moving much, which longevity-wise, it's great. But I could see why some people were complaining about them getting dry throughout the day. Now, if you look at the way they're recommending to use it, it specifically says that you should use a lip balm, lip moisturizer under these. That way they'll be just smoother and last and more moisturizing. And, you know, overall with any matte lipsticks, I do that. I will make sure my lips are moisturized, sometimes exfoliated, and then I go with any lip products, to be honest. But I think these are unique in the sense that the formula is so thin. It feels like the silkiest thin layer of lipstick or lip balm on your lips. It's thin. Even for a lip balm, I feel like these are very thin. The pigment is insane, but I did notice after hours of wearing them that maybe my lip lines were showing through a little bit more than in the beginning. But overall, I wouldn't consider these dry lipsticks, but I can see what people are talking about when they're complaining about that. For me, the formula is so interesting. The colors are so beautiful, and I like just overall the effect that it has. And to me, this is not a fully matte lip. It just feels like it has a little bit of sheen to them. So I wouldn't consider these completely matte. They are a very unique formula, and I don't think I have anything in my collection that's quite like this. I was thinking of the Merit lipsticks that I really enjoy lately, but I don't have an issue with those drying the way that these do. They may fade throughout the day a little bit more than these, but I never noticed them kind of sinking into my lines. They're almost more hydrating than these. These, I wouldn't call them hydrating. I would just call them thin, very, very thin and malleable. Like I can kind of push the product around and really blur it out, but you still have so much pigment, which is insane. The fact that I purchased 4, that means I really enjoy the product. Wow, this video has been kind of all over the place. I feel like I've made a lot of little mistakes here and there, so hopefully I can edit some of that out and make it a nice consistent video for you guys. But know that behind the scenes, I feel like I was sweating. I put too much highlighter. I had to clean my cheeks many times because of the blushes. But I do think that all of these products have positive and negative. The Rare Beauty, again, they're very highlighty, very intense. That can be a huge negative to many people, but I think it's just very beautiful on the cheek. The lighter shades I prefer over the deeper ones. When it comes to the deeper ones, for them to be that glowy on me, they just start looking muddy. The Fenty highlighters are so intense and definitely buildable, but I think, again, like I mentioned, it's my mistake that I built it up way too much. I could have been a little bit more gentle with my application, but there's no shimmer in these. It's just a smooth glow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe for the Sephora recommendations video coming up and a haul and all that good stuff. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.